HMS Kent is a Duke-class anti-submarine frigate. They're currently in commission, although a lot of them have been scrapped. HMS Kent is currently in a refit, having certain of its missile systems updated. Next shot shows where I left off at our last talk, and I've been progressing the model ever since. Here she is with all the basic elements of the superstructure and upper works in position. You'll notice with the forward gun that the barrel is missing. That's quite intentional. Please don't worry about it. It gets fitted in another slide. Here we are with the painting of the vessel. You can see I've done the decks and made a start on the sides of the superstructure. I've also started to add some of the detail, of which there is a considerable amount. This is the basic painting all finished, and the ship is ready for all the detail to be added. You can see the gun barrel has been fitted, and that particular element of the vessel is nearly complete. I'd just like to point out the top of the funnel, because you can see the fairly complex shape of the exhaust vent. A lot of people say that the modern frigates and destroyers are very simple structures. That's not the case. They're actually very complex, and they have an awful lot of stuff to be modelled. So now you're seeing some of the detail added onto the vessel. And as I've said, there's an awful lot of it, and it's all fairly complex in its shapes. Quite a lot of the detail is replicated several times on any one vessel. So to make life easier, I like to make moulds. And here's an example of some of them I've made. It's fairly important to make the original as accurately and as to the good quality that is possible for most modelers. I then fix that particular item onto a base plate and add sides around it, and then put in the mould material. Once that's set, it can then just be easily pulled out because it's a rubber-like material, and you can see some of the finished results. Moving on to the flight deck, you can see there's quite a lot of white bands across it and various other markings. I make those from tracing paper. I take a sheet, paint it the colour of the marking that I need, let that go hard, then with a pencil mark out the shapes that I need. I make the pencil lines slightly over large so that I can make the cuts inside the pencil line so that they don't show on the finished model. I then glue them in place with clear matte varnish, and you can see the result. One of the most important parts of the modern frigates and destroyers is the helicopter. HMS Kent has a Merlin helicopter. The Merlin is one of the best anti-submarine helicopters in the world. It's a joint design between the UK and Italy. So it seemed important to me to make a model of the helicopter. Before I move on to that, I'll just show you a photo of the Merlin helicopter on a sister ship. You can see how large it is sitting up on the flight deck. The vessel happens to be passing the Woolwich ferry, either on its way up or down the Thames. I needed some drawings of the helicopter, and I found those online, and here they are. I followed my usual process of starting the backbone, adding some sections, and then infilling between the sections with balsa wood. But of course, it's your choice whether you use plasticard and balsa as I do, or you use other materials. I personally like balsa because it's a hardwood. Once it stays in shape, it doesn't bend, it doesn't go banana shaped, it doesn't do anything nasty. A lot of people decry balsa, but I would argue that it's a very good material. Here's the basic helicopter shape, sanded and ready to add all the detail that needs to go on. Made a start with the painting. You can see I've added the detail to the helicopter, and you can see the two rotors ready for fitting in due course. And here is the completed helicopter fixed to the flight deck. You can again see just how large the helicopter is in relation to the parent ship. Here is the completed model of Kent,